This video is sponsored by ASUS, but everything you are hearing here is my own opinion and I wasn't given a script or talking points. The Raikiri Pro II caught me attention because even on paper it's clearly focused on how it actually feels to use, which is something controllers often get wrong. I like a clear, clicky feel under my fingers, that exact moment where you know a button press registered, and that's why this controller stood out to me right away. This is the ASUS ROG Raikiri Pro II, a wireless Xbox controller that approaches that idea a bit differently. Third-party wireless Xbox controllers are pretty rare, mostly because Microsoft doesn't exactly open up that part of the ecosystem. ASUS gets around that by using an internal 2.4 GHz dongle stored inside the controller itself. On paper that might sound like a compromise, but in practice it often ends up being an advantage, since there's no pairing process and a lot less friction when you just want to start playing. What immediately sets the Raikiri Pro II apart are the buttons. Everything is clicky without exception, using micro switches that feel very similar to a mouse click. The activation is shallow and precise, so there's never that moment where you're wondering whether a press actually registered. In real use, that translates to faster reactions and more confidence in your inputs, especially in games where timing really matters. The same applies to the D-pad, which is also clicky and quite sensitive. If you like rolling your thumb across the D-pad, this will probably feel great, since it picks up diagonals very easily. If you are used to softer membrane style feel, this might come across as too stiff or too loud. It's not about one being objectively better than the other, but whether this kind of mechanical feel works for you in longer sessions. If you used controllers with clicky buttons or micro switches before, I'm curious how that felt for you in practice. Another important part of the Raikiri Pro II is how it connects. It supports, of course, Bluetooth, but it also comes with 2.4 GHz dongle, and I will be very clear here. The dongle is the option you should be using. Bluetooth is convenient, but it's usually slower and less consistent when it comes to input lag, especially in games where everything comes down to reaction time. With dongle, the connection feels, let's say, more direct. There's no pairing process and it just works as soon as you plug it in. ASUS is also pushing a very high polling rate here, basically on par with the wired connection, and that shows up as quicker, more precise response in actual gameplay. It's not something you will notice while navigating menus, but once you're playing it does make a difference. On top of that, the dongle has its own slot inside the controller, so you never have to, let's say, think about where you left it. It's a small detail on paper, but a genuinely useful one in everyday use. When it comes to ergonomics, the Raikiri Pro II sticks to familiar Xbox shape, and there are no real surprise here. It sits comfortably in your hands, feels solid, and even after longer sessions there's no sense of fatigue. I mean, nothing experimental was attempted, which I actually see as a positive, since the focus stays on playing rather than adjusting to the controller. The thumbsticks use TMR technology, which in practice means smooth, precise movement without worrying about long-term wear. It's not something you immediately notice, but it shows in how consistent the sticks feel over time. The triggers can be switched between analog and digital mode, letting you tailor them to game you're playing. For shooters, the digital clicky mode feels fast and direct, while for racing games, the analog mode makes more sense and offers better control. Controller comes with a few accessories that actually feel useful, not just there to fill the box. You get interchangeable thumbsticks, so you can adjust the feel depending on the game or your personal preference. There's also a carrying case, which isn't just for transport. You can charge the controller while it's inside. Nothing flashy, but these are accessories that make sense and that you will realistically end up using. The Raikiri Pro II is configured through ASUS web-based app directly in the browser without installing any extra software. You get the essentials like dead zone adjustment and battery mapping. However, there's one notable downside here. There's no app available on Xbox. Even though the controller is Xbox certified. That might be fine if you could create profiles on PC and switch between them directly on the controller while playing on console, but that's not possible either. For some people this won't matter much, but I know it's something that will seriously frustrate others. Would the lack of Xbox app be a deal breaker for you, or are you fine setting everything up outside the console? In everyday use, the Raikiri Pro II is a pretty low maintenance controller. Battery life is around 50 hours, which means you're not constantly thinking about charging it. It also comes with a case and you can charge the controller while it's inside, which is convenient whether you're traveling with it or just leaving it on your desk. None of these things are deal breakers on their own, but together they make the controller easy to live with. The Raikiri Pro II isn't a controller that will appeal to everyone, and that's completely fine. If you care about a clear, clicky button feel, fast response and simple, no-hassle connectivity, this joypad makes a lot of sense. Personally, this is the most comfortable and well-rounded gamepad I've used in a long time, and honestly, I haven't felt this kind of excitement picking up a controller in quite a while. The lack of an Xbox app and the inability to switch profiles on console will definitely bother some people, and it's only fair to say that upfront. Even so, based on the overall real-world experience, it earns 9 out of 10 WASD Supreme Award. That was the ASUS ROG Raikiri Pro II. See you soon.